What you're about to see is Incinerate killing Uber Lilith on hardcore. I'll let the footage speak for itself.
Pretty good damage.
Bro, it's Incinerate. That's insane damage.
Yeah. We're not gonna be able to face skip, but
Yeah, that's fine.
we'll probably only have to do each phase once.
Yeah, as if. This skill is B tier at best for the hardest content in the game, meaning T100 Nightmare Dungeons and Uber Lilith. It doesn't deal enough damage to make up for the skill gap, let's call it. I fail again and again and again and again and again. You bitch. I'm just trash. I don't know what to say. I'm just trash, okay? If people saw, like, my Lost Ark highlights in raids, they'd be like, this guy's a god. But if they see my Uber Lilith highlights, they're like, this guy's a piece of shit. And the T100 Nightmare Dungeon footage, well, I didn't really want anyone seeing how pitiful it really was, but not because of its damage or anything. Like, its damage is fine, it's actually pretty good. And I did end up completing the dungeon, but because T100s take a good amount of crowd control, and Incinerate just don't got enough of it. If you get unlucky and Immobilize doesn't proc from the Crippling Flames passive, you're toast. Pun. You're super tanky while channeling, but there's a lot of stuff you need to dodge in tier 100s, so standing still at least feels extremely dangerous. Plus, you're not unstoppable the entire time you're channeling, so if one thing CCs you and stops you from channeling even for a second and something hits you, you're going to be forcibly ported back to town or you're going to lose your character. It's a fun and unique playstyle, and I love Incinerate, don't get me wrong, but mathematically it's just not quite there yet. You'd have better luck scaling Zafal's Corroded Signet on Incinerate than scaling Incinerate itself. I'm sure a lot of people have dropped like a perfectly rolled Flamescar thinking, oh my god, my damage is gonna get crazy after I use this, only to be disappointed by its realistically low impact. For all content in the game below T100 and Uber Lilith, fantastic, amazing. Awesome clear speed, fun dynamic play style, fire literally everywhere, all the time. It's dope. Again, I love it. But I don't want to sit here and lie and say it can do everything easily, because it can't really. It can do everything if you have god tier gear and are god tier gamer. But if not, you're gonna struggle like I've been struggling, because I'm more like a demigod gamer. I'd still rather struggle and stick with Incinerate though than ever touch Ball Lightning in its current state. Pfft, shit. If I had to guess, Blizzard is planning on buffing Incinerate in Season 3 since vampiric powers will be going away, at least in the way that we know them now. And that's a huge portion of the build's DPS with the Prey on the Weak, Accursed Touch, Flowing Veins combo. That basically doubles the DPS. Because without those three necessary powers, your damage is basically cut in half, and it's not even dealing insane damage to begin with. The best thing that Incinerate has going for it though is its sustainability and tankiness. Warmth is just a god tier passive, and the other builds for Sork have a tough time incorporating burn into their setups and getting enough damage to do the entire game and spending 5 skill points to max warmth out. Though you will be taking damage with this build, you'll be gaining that health right back faster than you realize. And if you're wondering about the state of my gear, I think I have really good gear. I think I have a really good setup. Most of my glyphs are only level 15, so it can go a bit more burr than what you're seeing on screen. And it can definitely do the hardest content in the game. It's just like, I don't have enough portal scrolls. I would have kept bashing my head against the wall of Uber Lilith and its shitty hitboxes, but yeah. Yeah, I would say all channeling skills in the game are missing one major thing that makes them, that would bring them into the light. You know what I mean? Yeah, Flamescar should not stay the same that it is right now, because additional levels to Incinerate do increase the damage by a large portion, but the most damage you get from the build is both from Zafal's and from Firewall. Those are your two main points of damage, to be honest. And then Incinerate is useful for supplementing that and like putting a little topper, like a cherry on top, to your damage over time, but it's not the main portion of its own build, and I think that's a problem. I'm not sure what they can do to fix it, but I think that, All right, that's it from me. I'm out of here. Like if you'd rather play Incinerate than Ball Lightning. Dislike if you'd rather play Ball Lightning than Incinerate. Peace.